Hello everyone. Good evening, good evening. Very warm welcome to all of you today. We welcome you today to this special gathering celebrating 10 years of TEZ. We are here with a powerful agenda, exciting conversations, and to witness the new avatar of TEZolutions. We have founders, mentors, innovators, and change makers all in one room. So let's make today a day of inspiration, connection, and collaboration. To begin the day, I'd like to invite somebody who has been the guiding light for countless startups, a mentor, a visionary, and the force behind the ecosystem, Dr. Nandita Sethi.
First of all, very good evening, and I'm so excited that I'm actually losing track of what even I have to talk to you. It's such an excitement for me because one day in July 2015, a very rainy day, we just sat there and we collaborated with University of Hyderabad, and I would like to recognize Professor Venkatramana and Professor Rajaram. And they were the very first people who, at that time there was no DHub, there were hardly any incubators, and the ecosystem was just starting to evolve. And I remember in 2015, I think from the Red Fort on August 15, Modi had declared that we want to really go full-fledged onto the startup thing. And we just sat in a room and we planned out that look, we need an incubator. And what could be best than a big university which has so many students. So from the campus of the university, sitting in that room, in a small room, which was even for the university, it was a very small incubator when we started off. We signed and we started the first cohort from there. That was our beginning in 2015. And then just thinking of so if I look back, I think there's a 10-year journey that was all through, not just about doing something hard or bringing people together. It was about bringing fresh ideas, bringing people who wanted to take the risk, bringing people who wanted to do something on their own, trying to change mindsets. In 2015, today 10 years now, things have changed. And Telangana has gone ahead of the ecosystem and all over India. But in 2015, people would just wonder, what is this? What is this entrepreneurship program? Is it really useful? So that was the beginning, okay? And then slowly the evolution started. And one after the other cohort we went on. And believe me, for all these 10 years, every Saturday and initially every Sunday, we would sit with startups and try to help them. So let me just bring it out now. I went down something, so I will also go. Today is a very, very special day. We are not just celebrating 10 years of our journey. We are also celebrating 10 years of ideas that became reality, of dreams that turned into ventures, and of a community that dared to innovate and lead change. When we began this Incubator Accelerator program a decade ago, we had only one goal in mind: to create an ecosystem where entrepreneurs could dream boldly, take risks, and find the right support to do it. So looking back, then what started as a small step, now it has become a thriving movement which is fostering entrepreneurship innovation in ways that we could only imagine then in 2015. It's just 10 years, but it's been a long 10 years with 22 cohorts, and we have just completed the 23rd one, and 24th is on. But this was something which evolved from a concept which was like mindset. There was no mindset. Even today, believe me, when I go to so many colleges and universities, it is very difficult for the college scenario, and all my colleagues know that, to actually bring the entrepreneurial mindset. Even today, it is very, very difficult. But I'm glad the change has started with a lot more incubators that have come up. And for all you, our alumni startups, you are the true testament of our success. Each of you carries a story of persistence, of sleepless nights, of overcoming setbacks, and of celebrating victories, big and small. And together you have created jobs, solved problems, impacted communities, and put innovation at the heart of growth. So 10 years is a long journey, but for us, this is just the beginning. what truly excites me is not just what we have achieved, but what lies ahead. And like Robert Frost poem, we have miles to go before we sleep. 10 years has been nothing. We have lots of miles to still cover. The world around us is changing rapidly. Technology is evolving. Markets are shifting. New challenges are emerging. But one thing remains constant: the power of entrepreneurship to shape a better future. As we mark this milestone, I want to emphasize one thing. Our alumni network is not just a collection of companies, it's a family, a force, and a legacy. I'm very, very proud of this legacy. You are not building businesses, you are building confidence in the next generation of entrepreneurs. You are role models who show that with vision, grit, perseverance, and the right ecosystem, anything is possible. Let me, in this occasion, let us use this occasion to renew our commitment to support one another, to mentor the next wave of founders, and to collaborate for greater impact. And to all the mentors who have come here, I thank you so much because it was your mentorship all put together that made their story, and their story made our story. So it all began with all of you. And there are a lot of mentors here, you can see, who have actually been taking sessions in different classes from design thinking to go-to-market strategy to funding. To, all of them have contributed so much, and I thank them, each one of them, for actually designing this entire story. So we are here to give our commitment to support one another, to mentor the next wave of founders, and collaborate for greater impact. Together, we can take this journey to the next decade with even more ambition, courage, and purpose. And on behalf of my entire team here today, I thank you all, both mentors and our startups, and all aspiring entrepreneurs and guests who are wanting to get into the startup ecosystem, for being a part of this incredible story. Your success is our greatest pride. Here's to 10 years of fostering entrepreneurship and innovation, and to many more decades of building the future all together.
Thank you, Nandita ma'am. Uh, to now showcase the new avatar of TEZolutions, I call Sandeep sir to talk about TEZolutions.
Uh, I think I'm audible, isn't it? With my super baritone voice. Okay, thank you. So, personally, thank you, ma'am, and it's a pleasure to being a mentor on the other side, to being a co-founder at TEZolutions. That's been an incredible journey. 2 years, I think the COVID years were wonderful in that way, because we were talking that how can we make Tez into this new avatar of TEZolutions? What are new things which we can bring in? Akhil, a dialogue which I love, and possibly that could be the theme of today's discussions. Let's put it that way. We'll keep it more filmy. Okay. Okay. बड़े से बड़ा बिजनेस पैसे से नहीं, एक बड़े आइडिया से बड़ा होता है, right? So we had debated on these things during this COVID times, and post COVID 2000 we gave a shape to it. 2024, exactly 1 year 3 months back, where 4 of us came together along with the guidance of Nandita, and we set up TEZolutions under Entrepreneurs. But the legacy continues, right? And that's what we are going to talk about, is what we are doing with TEZolutions. Slightly different, but the crux or the backbone remains the same. Over to you. Okay. As she mentioned, that we had been doing 22 cohorts, but what we are doing as part of cohorts, if you had looked at it, it was very, very sector agnostic. And a lot of mentors I'm seeing here, I was one of them, we were doing very sector agnostic cohorts. Now we have changed maybe slightly. We are doing very, very focused, sector focused or a theme focused cohorts. So as I said, cohorts remain, but possibly with a twist. So we are still into the system of ecosystem building. We work with startups, we work with early stage MSMEs, we work with SMEs, we mentor them day in and day out. We work with them in terms of, yes, in some cases, possibly, at a very subsidized fee, such that once they scale up, yes, we can take them forward. What we call mentoring, we do capacity building in institutions, in terms of universities, colleges. Those are the things which we believe needs to be done at the grassroots level. And one very interesting thing which we have brought in is the concept of co-innovation. Here we work a lot with corporates. We try to work, take up a challenge, and if the corporate is a problem statement which the corporate is facing, and we work with the startup to define and solve that problem. That remains our core. We have brought in a couple of new things, but as I said, the core remains the same. Next. We have talked about this. We'll talk about the team also. Okay. Our services remain the same. We are now very much into the consult. We have added, so it's TEZ, which is the entrepreneur zone, and we added solutions to it. So combined, become TEZolutions. That's how the metamorphosis remains. Idea validation, we work with people who just, I thought about it. They could be college level kids. In some cases, they are school level kids also. They come to us. We work with them in terms of giving some shape to it. Idea validation, we work with the proof of concept. We work on their, let's say, giving shape to their market value fit. Go to marketing strategies, funding to remains as it is. Many cases, what happens, they come with one particular revenue line or one particular business model. Okay, I am going to sell, in some cases, as we talk of, let's say, maybe a car, right? It could be a revenue, just one line of revenue. Maybe we try to bring in 2 or 3 similar lines of revenues and add to it. These are things possibly because of our experience, because of our career, we are able to add on to that. Right? Investor readiness remains technology based. We work with partners in that. We are not technology folks by itself, but we work with, let's say, a lot of our common partners in terms of helping in their product, what change or small tweaks they need to make in their products, right? And support services, we have a lot of, let's say, empowered people with us who are providing support on the legal compliance, IPR, branding, media communications, and law. So, our institutional entrepreneurship program, we have started from Northeast at one end, where we have done programs on campus entrepreneurship programs. And believe me, the folks out there, we have possibly, they may not be mainstream as yet, but fantastic ideas, grassroots level ideas, innovative ideas are coming out even from those Northeast people. We worked, went there, we, let's say, did 3-4 day program with them in their campus entrepreneurship programs. Many times, let's say, as we talk, we are working with, helping in setting up an incubator, right? Because if it is something which we are doing with an incubator in Pune, it is part of the campus incubation program. We are doing campus capacity building, in fact, building up their entire team itself in many cases. Entrepreneurship activities, ED cells consult us as to how they should go about building up their, let's say, it could be their pitching events, it could be the entrepreneurship programs and things like that, faculty development programs, and at the end of the day, many times they even have asked our help in terms of internships. We have not gone into placements as yet, but internships with our startups, our body of startups, we have seen a lot of these students wanting to work with these innovative startups. We are helping and facilitating, bringing them together. Corporate co-innovation, this has been our major theme during this last one and a half year. And this is something which we believe is going to be the differentiator for, let's say, TEZ 2.0, if I call it that way, right? And here we work with a mid-run corporate or a SME in terms of first identifying their problem, working with their solution, aligning and getting started. Hunt for startups starts there. We work with those, let's say, getting those startups which are aligned to the idea. We work and bring these startups and these corporates together, and ultimately it could be that the patents are co-owned by the startup as well as the corporate, and we see to it that it goes out to commercial. We have done one such project as yet, We are on the discussion with another two right now. Next. SMEs, this has been primarily because, yes, we were doing startups, but we added SMEs to it, primarily because we do have Mr. Menon, who has joined us from large corporates, as well as a couple of others who are very keen to work with SMEs. We have just enhanced because the services remains the same. Maybe the gamut possibly changes, right? And that is something which we continue to do with SMEs. This is an addition to what we were possibly not doing earlier. This is SME services and working with 2-3 large ones. Large, when we talk of large, they are in the 50-70 crore range. We are working with them, including their marketing, branding, promotion, communication, in building up their organization structure, taking them to market, ultimately even preparing them for investor readiness and funding. Ultimately. Next. This is, so we have the Queen Diva out there. Mr. Dr. Nandita Sethi has been a guiding light for us and bringing this entire team together over the last 2 years, and we have been working for the last 1.5 years on that. Mr. K.S. Menon, sir, once you could just big round of applause. One of our very guiding force, and I'm sure a lot of you people have interacted with him over the last 1.5 year. Somebody who has worked with Pfizer, large corporates, Hyderabad industries, and helps in building up, scaling up business, strategic planning. The large, big market picture is somebody he brings to the table. We have Aditya. Aditya has been working with, he was an executive director at NCL. He brings also a large corporate experience, having, let's say, the ISB alumni, very strong on the product and software side of it, and he brings in the tech knowledge into our platform. I, myself, Sandeep, primarily have been working in the management consulting, investment banking, and earlier a mentor at TEZ, now as a co-founder in the second version. Next. We have Millie, who is just Millie, just include. In spite of her this thing, she has been able to join us. Millie has joined us just very recently as our head of brand strategy and startup engagement. Very, very well entrenched in the ecosystem, being part of Head Start, Ripper, and other networks. Now leads our brand strategy because, as I said, we are taking a lot of consumer-oriented companies to market, and that's what Millie brings and engages with these startups. Apart from that, she has an added responsibility in terms of engaging with startups. Right? We do it out there, but the buck possibly stops at Millie. Next, we have Mayank, who is out there, as well as Vibha, who has. They came up with this idea of, why don't we have been doing this for 10 years. They were the ones who said, let's bring this together. It was a painstaking job. 10 years of data. Just think of it. Culling them out, bringing them together, and that's what we are seeing out here. What we see possibly is just 10%? Yes, we have almost 300 odd members, right? 400 odd members out there, and that's what we're going to build up. They are going to talk about what we are going to do as part of the community. The launch of the community is going to happen today, and Mayank and Vibha, they are going to talk about the community initiatives, what we are planning to do. But Mayank, are we talking about that? The community part? Yes. What we are going to keep ourselves engaged, such that we learn from each other. That's them. And now we have, it was, as I said, there are no desperate places. Getting them all together, it was a job. But thanks for you guys. Thanks for building this together. This community part of it. Next, our achievements. Nothing to say more about it. 22 cohorts just at University of Hyderabad. And what, 7 in ICRISAT?
ICRISAT 3, 5.
5 at ICRISAT, very focused agri. We should now seriously think of an agri cohort.
Yeah.
With this so much expertise which we have around that.
2 at T1.
Yes, PropTech is the one which we started off in Jan. And then we are running a very focused, nobody has done it before. PropTech nobody had done. Next we are doing, right now we are doing something very
only towards dentists right now as we speak, right? 20 people are participating in that only towards, there has been health tech cohort, but no one has yet focused only on the dental segment. We are doing that as we talk. We would be having one very focused around consumer and food tech, which is just around the corner. We have, just as I said, a line of cohorts all rolled up. We are looking forward to that. We have been working with institutions, that remains, our engagement institution remains. We have mentored now 300 plus. We should add that, we have changed it. Let's say over the last 1.5 years, we have added 25 to that. It will add now 325. And we have also gone ahead and engaged with a lot of grant making institutions. That's there. And 25 plus startups have been funded under different schemes of the government of India and the government of Telangana. Next. These have been our tie-ups, our institution clients, people who are well-wishers, who have been engaging with us over the years and continue to engage with us. Some of our startups, some of our people who are already there, right? And these are just, we've just touched, how many? We are just around 40 out there.
Some of them are here.
Some of them are already here, but the most important part of it is, this is just the tip of the iceberg. We couldn't have put so many, it would have been cramped, right? But this is some of our startups.
Bricks also when he started his here, right?
And
Yeah.
as you know, my room, she started off as she came with an idea and she went out with a full-fledged business plan. That process of engagement, the process remains the same, right? Yes, it is just that instead of University of Hyderabad, we are linking up possibly with the largest, world's largest innovation ecosystem. That's why we have made it a choice to be part of this, but we are open to be anywhere where our startups would want us to engage with them. And with that, I hand it over to Mr. Menon to talk about. Okay, we just take a small video.
We're just going down memory lane, so we just see a small.
And with that, we'll then Mr. Menon will take it over.
We set up the Entrepreneur Zone in 2015 as a startup accelerator with just one mission in mind, to provide the aspiring entrepreneurs with a structured and integrated approach to start, sustain and scale their business. So today, TEZ, as we call ourselves, has mentored more than 150 budding entrepreneurs, got some successfully funded and consulted many to scale. Unique about our mentorship is that it follows a three-pronged approach, which is a combination of masterclasses by entrepreneurs, investors, and many of them from TAI as well, combined with a consultancy support done through deep dive sessions with every incubating, further backed by support services like company incorporation, documentation, business plan, pitch deck, investor connects, fund facilitation, market access. Now what if So this USP combination of mentorship, consultancy and support services gives our incubatees that little personal touch and handholding which enables them to start and scale up.
best thing about TEZ is the collaboration between the academia and the industry. Industry veterans who are coming from the successful entrepreneurs till venture capitalists, then from academia coming from very premier institutes and have very in-depth knowledge of their fields, which has been taught to. I think I would have a 10 hands to give a 10 thumbs up. It brings you to the focus.
And with this, I think we add our tagline: if you have an idea that can kill, we have the guns loaded.
I think ma'am has covered an incredible journey in this 10 years, and as ma'am says, we still have miles to go. With that, we are moving on to the next mile. Next, we shine the spotlight on innovation in healthcare. I invite Mr. K.S. Menon to introduce Anthrop Healthcare Solutions.
Thank you, Mike. Good evening, everyone, and congratulations, Nandita, for this day, for reaching here after a long decade-old journey, and I'm sure all of us will take this forward. No apologies for the difference in voice. Sandeep. Yeah, as Sandeep said, and I'm taking this forward in the idea that he said, we all got together and looked at how do we look at TEZolutions story in the next 3-4 years. And some of the thoughts that came out was, look, if we were to dabble in helping startups right across all sectors, we may have to build capacities and capabilities in all these sectors, which is not very easy. We said in order to actually deliver results, and that is our top priority for startups, we said that we build capabilities in specific sectors so that we attract internal talent. We can then advise, guide and help and handle startups if we were to do that. So we took the commitment that we be sector specific in our basic business model. We will continue startups who otherwise don't help. As a consequence to this thought process, we selected sectors which have been primarily neglected so far. And that is how we selected the real estate sector, which is probably a very large contributors of the GDP, but the startup world is fairly non-existent there. There are a lot of reasons for that, but we said PropSec would be one of our sector-focused area where some of us have capabilities and we know people who can help startups in that area. So we did the first cohort there and it was very successful. And then another area was healthcare. Now, healthcare, there was a lot of focus in the government of India and across the world. There was a lot of innovation happening. But one sector there was the devices sector. And when I mean devices, not those 10 crore, 5 crore kind of devices that can actually perform interventions. I'm talking of devices which are less expensive, which will help detect problems, which will help solve healthcare issues, chronic healthcare issues. So that sector in India is fairly neglected, and we have a significant percentage of those devices being imported. One sector was dentists. Dental devices is a very unique case. There is a whole huge market for devices. Most of the dental doctors do their treatments using those devices, but 98% of the devices used in India are imported. You wouldn't find anybody in India manufacturing, and the 2-3% which is actually manufacturing, they are assembling. The core product is not designed in India. And therefore, innovation is a big issue there. So we said it's a challenging task for TEZolutions, but we have our connects within the industry. So we said we'll get into that, and we started with the first cohort. We collaborated with the Dental Association. Yeah. We could do it only in Hyderabad, but we planned to roll it out in other states. And we collaborated with dental colleges, research institutions, and we had, I think, 18-20 odd doctors, couple of students, faculty, who have been working on devices for quite large number of years, 3-4 years, but they have no clue what to do with it. Their story ends the moment they get patents. Beyond that, they don't know. None of them have commercialized. So we have got them together on the platform, gave them the rudiments of how to look at entrepreneurship, develop stuff like that, and then we are going to pick few of them which has potential, which are near prototyping, etc. We have tied up with a large institution for providing them regulatory, clinical trial support and stuff like that. And we intend to take that on. Now, when we got into this, we've been also looking at innovation in the, as I said, in the healthcare devices sector. And we talked to quite a large number of people, and consequent to that process, we talked to somebody who is from the United Kingdom and India, right from here. He belongs to a large research group in the United Kingdom, operating out of Cambridge. And they have done tons and tons of research, and they have introduced a lot of innovative products in healthcare. And one of their primary focus area is early detection of cancer, which is a big, huge problem in India. That cancer can be far better managed if you detect it earlier, as we all know. So we have this process of just go to the early stage. Yeah, so as I said that we decided that medical devices would be our focus area, and this would be part of our mission in the next few years. So we will collaborate with innovators. When I mean innovators, it would be internationally acclaimed entities who would want to bring innovative products in India, and we would then help entrepreneurs to make a market, a business out of it, or we will support startups in their efforts to bring medical devices. Yeah, next. So this is what it is. We have already, kind of entered into an agreement, and this thing is expected to go to ground in the next couple of months. This company is UK based, they have an Indian operation, and we have been assigned the job of rolling out these products in the market. They would of course do all the funding for it. As a consequence to this, we will have an opportunity for a lot of startups who want to tag along with this and in specific business areas in order to develop a micro business out of this. And we also, as I said, innovative Indian startups are also our focus area. Whoever has even from idea stage to later on. And we are benchmarking with some of the best standards. Like we've got this support from Cambridge University. So that's the thing next please. Now we are, as I said, starting off focusing on oncology, early detection of cancer, and the segment is colorectal cancer. We have devices that actually help early detection, and this is innovation not only in India, right across the world, because US FDA as well as EU and UK has approved it the last couple of years, and the products have been rolled out successfully. Clinical trials in India were over, and the US CPSCO has approved it. So it is being ready to be rolled up here. And we've also, as I said, from the cohort and some from outside, some dental innovative product-based startups are also talking to us, and we intend to take that forward next month. So two of the products that will come out, where we will help in the entire gamut of setting up that business, is what this is called FIT, fecal immunochemical test. This test involves a stool sample taken by you in your home and tested there. There is no need for a laboratory, etc. And this is kind of really going to transform early detection of cancer. And it is very, very, economical in the sense that relative tests in India are costing about 10,000. This would be about 10th of that cost. And the beauty of this product is that it gives you a 2-year early detection span. So you will know 2 years in advance whether there is any susceptible genes or cells in you that can become cancer. So that is what this does. So we are going to tie up with a lot of government agencies, and that's why I said there is a lot of scope in this for startups to provide innovative services, bring in technology to spread the message, etc. And this is a DNA-based similar test, which is almost 100% accurate, and also therefore you don't have to go to expensive scoping procedures. Next. Now what we have set up an independent vertical called Health Solutions under our TEZolutions. And what we provide here is market access, partnerships, and the strategy, business development. And we are going to set up a large number of connects with the industry intermediaries, doctors, clinics, hospitals, diagnostic centers, and also channel partners. Because the product can be sold offline, online, so we need to. So these are whole set of areas where TEZolutions will get involved. And yes, this would lay the foundation for us to play our primary role in helping startups. One of the challenges startups, in this case healthcare sector, would face is their ability to go to market, to access markets. Because to have these capabilities for a startup is practically very difficult with the meager amount of money that they have. So we provide that platform, we provide structure, and we hand over them right across the process. That's our focus and that's our intent. And we want to take this on very soon. Yeah. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Manan sir. Now we would like to shift the spotlight from TEZolutions to the founders who are sitting here right now. Now we move on to the element of today's session where ideas meet opportunity. We will now have startups live pitches moderated by Nandita ma'am.
So I'm going to randomly just call you, and I hope all of you are ready with your 1 minute pitch. So let's start with you, Saurabh. Yep. Spotlight. It's an open mic. Take your 1 minute and talk about your startup.
Hello everyone, my name is Saurabh. I'm the founder and CEO of Infinite Private Limited. And my background is basically from the medical robotics into like health. And the product is called Flexible Container. So what we're trying to provide is a smart shape-changing flexible container, which is electronically embedded system and also heating and cooling solutions together. That means you get a AI-based device which is controlled remotely. It can be carried with a drone, any kind of mobility, as well as normal ecosystem for medical and food delivery or maybe critical perishable foods delivery. And it can also be, changing the shape and size according to requirements. So you can go for hot and cold at the same time, or maybe one at a time. So based on that, and we're also focusing on SDG. So we are trying to merge all the ideas, both the product or the service all together as well based on the UNSD solutions number 9, 11, and 13. So now at the moment we are getting some clients I think thanks to all of you, especially Nandipam and all the ecosystem, and we'll be trying to raise up a lot of validation. Thank you very much.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Manish. So my startup name is Bits and Bricks. I'm from it's based on construction industry. So our startup is an online platform that connects construction clients and contractors. If you see in India, any large scale construction company or a client, they need a typical minimum of 5 to 1,000 subcontractors to execute their project based on the type and magnitude of the project. And to identify these contractors for each project and to verify their details, go through their evaluation process and all, it takes a large amount of time and effort. So our platform helps in identifying these service providers for these clients. At the same time, at the other end, most of the time these contractors are very small scale and they don't have enough resources to project themselves, and they struggle to gain access to the clients, and they struggle to provide their prove their credibility to the client. So our platform builds a robust profile for these contractors so that whenever a client comes with a requirement, and they will be able to go through these service provider details, and they'll be able to shortlist the service provider easily and fastly. So currently, to identify a contractor for a particular work, it takes around 2 weeks to 1 month. So we wanted to reduce that process to 2 days. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hello, we are running a startup called MyStartup. So this startup, if you register with us, we will let you know what are the upcoming exhibitions across India related to your industry. Within one click, under one platform, under one website, you can get all the upcoming exhibitions details related to your industry, and it will deliver to your mobile. So this is the one and only startup working in India for exhibition stores. So to explain simply, organic farmer registered with us, and if you don't want to sell the products, he is a home grower. You want to sell those in Hyderabad, and now he is selling in 60 gated communities every week. So we are in 47 cities. So we opened up with MyStartup app, and almost 9 years back, when we went to the Nandita map, it is like she gave a platform and she gave us support, incubation support. At that time, with so many mentors with us, governments have helped us, and so many mentors, everyone helped us, and thanks for all. And please visit our website, MyStartup.
Thank you. Next we have Shravan Raj.
Hello everyone. Good evening. So I'm Shravan Raj. Firstly, congratulations, Nanta ma'am, for celebrating this 10th year anniversary. So I think I was part of the TEZ cohort, and it really helped me a lot. So I was actually working on a startup company called Raising Customs. It was into car accessories and customization services. So I was building an online platform. The access market, very unorganized market, especially with a lot of variances in the prices and the brand. So I was creating an online platform to deliver the products across the country, along with the doorstep installation services for the agriculture. So for that, that's my first startup, and I joined the test program. It definitely helped me a lot. So at least made me understand more about the entrepreneurship, how to deal the sales, marketing, everything, each and everything. So we ran the company for 3 years successfully. The sales were, everything was good, but unfortunately COVID came, and all of a sudden there was no sales, no movement. There was a chip shortage, especially for the cars. So there were no new car sales as well. So that was a tough period. So I had to kind of wind it up, startup, and I joined another company called Cascam. So currently I'm working in the company. It's a South African-based startup company. So it's into vehicle inspection using AI. So again, I went to the vehicle automotive field as well, and currently I'm working as a product head there. But always my mind comes back to the entrepreneurship. So I'm always kind of tinkering with some ideas, trying to in my free time, again get back to the entrepreneurship, build my own journey. So currently I'm working on an idea that just share it with you guys. So I'm happy to take some any feedback on that. So currently, in the last couple of years, always for me, choosing the right food is always a problem. Especially a packaged food with all these complex ingredients that nowadays what's happening. Everyone claims to be a healthy product, but it's very tough to understand whether it's really good for your body type or not. right? It's always you need to kind of read your ingredients, understand what will they cost you, whether are you allergic to that or not. So it's always a challenge for me. So I started using obviously AI to understand more about the ingredients, more about the products, what is the body type, and again that still solves a part of the problem. But trust me, I was able to understand more about it, what we are consuming, because right now with the type of varieties what we have, it's very difficult to maintain, your health as well. So we are currently building this, with the help of AI. So the company is called Snap. So with the just snap of a click of a product, it will actually give you what all the list of ingredients are there in that particular product, and also give you a score as well, which is completely customized for your for each and every person. So I started using it for myself, and trust me, I didn't change any of the product which I'm consuming, but I could change 50% of my pantry of my kitchen, the products which I'm using in the kitchen, just by choosing the right ingredient, right products, or right brands, which suits my body type or my goal. So each and every one have their own goal. Someone might be weight loss, or someone will be weight gain. Someone will be they want to build some muscle. Maybe few people are diabetics patients. So understanding the product which is right for them is very important. So we're trying to build a product based on that, where you can actually choose your goal, and you can, whenever you're going for any type of grocery shopping, you have to just snap the particular photo of the product and get a customer score based on it. So yeah, currently we are building an MVP right now, and hopefully once it is there, I would love to actually share it to these. I'm looking for early adopters for my product as well. Any type of feedback, anything, happy to take it. Thank you. Thanks for the opportunity.
Hello, good evening, guys. I'm Ashutosh Patel, representing Mr. Constro Private Limited. So we are into online sales for all types of building materials, from the construction to the ending work. So basically, I'm a third generation entrepreneur from a Gujarati family, whose family handles stores under the name of Patel and Co. So the new venture is supplying all those materials online. Our store sells 18 categories of products online. As of now, the market in construction and online is like, people are adopting. Now people are searching, where will I get this product online, but they are not buying it online. So for that also we have got a solution. And after joining TEZ, we have opened a new store where you get all types of material under one roof. That is a mall for construction industry. It's located at Aziz Nagar, and I am proud to tell that the professor of IIT Hyderabad, Mr. Venkatramana sir, also had come to our place. He had purchased products for his requirement, and if any one of you want anything, you can connect me to the same. Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah, one more Ashutosh. Please go ahead.
Hello everyone. So we've heard a lot of startup, which is unfortunately I'm not having any startup, but I'll pitch my life.
No, you can pitch your startup. It's okay. There are lessons to be learned from everything.
Alright. So my life. My name is Anuj. I had a startup in 2019 on digital billing. So we made mobile app billing very easy for small stores. But then COVID hit, and we didn't have funding. We ran out of capital, so I had to shut that. Now I've taken up a job at Dell as a product manager. But the journey from startup to job, I think that gave me still a lot of perspective, and to see a problem for what it is, and still that bug, as they say, to come up with a problem solution for that. So right now I'm exploring some ideas. Maybe they turn out. One of them is to make electronic stuffs. Right. So I have a background in material science. I graduated from IIT Kanpur from material science, and now I see there is an opportunity because we put a lot of LPG and other fuels. So an electric stove that can work with existing utensils. That's what I'm exploring.
Good evening, Mananga. Thank you for the opportunity. I'm not interested to participate first of all, but as the stereo. But our colleague, Mr. Seven, we have joined to reading in this. But then I saw that okay, let me engage the other colleagues also in this participation. if you haven't seen more innovations coming in that. So my take is very simple. How as a person students like become candidate to create an employment opportunity for the rural youth. That is my mission. So since the many years I am watching and I am engaged with the rural development society, working with the community development many programs and different sectors. Based on my experience, what I find that most of these undergraduate students, graduate students are coming out without the skilling part. So that is the main focus for me to engage the students and then nurturing them, providing the skills which he need and passionate to go out and read the market. So in that perspective, I started and before COVID is the computer education for the government high school children. I imparted in 30 schools, more than 4,000 children imparted and basically when somebody is passed and somebody is not passed and somebody has experienced it in the domain and then happy. So after that COVID hit and then my missus is passed away. Then I went stuck with some other activities. Still I am passionate to create an employment how I can create. So for that my simple solution is that every taluk needs some sort of the skilling center. That is not happening in the entire country. So even if you look at the Telangana state also, many rural talukas doesn't have the infrastructure facilities. First of all, I want to create a center for that and access to all the skilling part, which is today we are talking about the AI. So curriculum is there, syllabus is there, but it's not practically grounded happening. So I am nurturing that environment. I am seeking, I presented my pitch deck in many places. Everybody wants to know what is the scaling, what is the profit. It's not the question of the profit. Today, the education system, everybody wants to go to private and paying lakhs of rupees, but not providing the proper skilling setup. That I want to provide and compensate to the society, back to the society. Since I am the professional in the accounting, finance, and administration matter, I am the consultant for non-government organizations, as well as my passion to back to the society. So since what is the challenges facing after having a day's experiences and then many pictures presentation in different platforms and even with investors purpose also, the co-founder's identification is very, very critical. That is the present today also I am facing a little bit challenging how the passionate person who can associate with me to create an employment for youth. That is the requirement from this open plat. I am asking to the support from anyone who wants to join the education sector, scaling sector, creation of employment opportunity, and will give the velocity. That is the mission. Thank you.
And Sanjay Reddy, recently retired from government service. I supervised in Panchayat Raj. After 4 of this, 14 started from Madam. With her inspiration, I want to venture into the entrepreneurship. I am basically supreme engineer. I work in Panchayat Raj department. I work on alternate materials, green materials in construction industry. A lot what I have done. Apart in that, the sand is one main item. It's a lot of requirement is there. The scope is there. So I identified. As a starting point, I want to enter into the manufacturing sand sector. I have the body and I have everything. I have permissions and everything. Just within 2-3 months, I am going to start my plan. For that, it is a huge investment project actually. I want from the partnership as well as investment also is there. There is a lot of scope for it. This automated building material technology and building all materials. I want to take up one by one. There is a lot of scope for it. So infrastructure. In addition to after doing my cohort in 2020, I did my AFA course in ISB also. So I am really much passionate. I have very much knowledge about the infrastructure development and infrastructure related on this thing. I think I welcome. I invite if anybody interested, they can contact me for the investment as well as the partnership. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, like you mentioned that we will try and get some introduction to what.
Yeah, yeah.
What I'll do is I'll kind of not listen to her. With the details, but let me attend. What we'll do is we'll try and understand something about you through a single question that I ask. Simple question. Okay. The first thing that comes to my mind is any one of you can take it. Is that what was that moment, eureka moment, when the idea of whatever idea you're working on or you work on struck you?
COVID-19.
Yeah. That was.
It was during COVID-19.
So how does that?
The mic is.
It was lockdown time, and being a dentist, we have to stop many treatments, and there was no option. So we had to carry a smaller equipment where we can do basic procedures at home. So that's how the total experience has changed the outlook. And then I have started a business model around delivering doorstep dental services at home. I mean, dental services at home, giving not just consultations but also the treatments.
So a pain was identified due to that event, and you found the solution. Right? Yes. Yeah. Anyone of you can give us some insight on how you went about validating your product idea, the startup idea?
I think customers' feedbacks first. So
how did you do that?
We directly pitch the customers. So I tested my product.
What was your product?
We are a supply chain company.
So who would be your customer?
Doctors.
You went and talked to them.
Yeah, of course. I do.
And then from those data you surmised that your idea
Correct.
valid, is viable.
Yeah.
Yeah. Along the journey, can any one of you tell us the challenges that you faced in building a team?
Well, I myself am a big entrepreneur. I'm building my second startup from ISB right now. Initially, it was difficult to form a team because everyone needs money, and we don't have money. How do you get people to join you? Is a big question, and especially if you're building a tech product and you come from a tech background, then how do we ask someone to do a particular job and sell their dream to them? That was difficult in startup one, but now convincing is not a problem. But then looking at talent in a way, figuring out who will be the right fit is still a challenge. Figuring out
what would be, how did you decide who should be the kind of people, skill sets, etc., that should form your early team, the first 2-3 guys?
for me, because this is my second startup and I built one for the last 3 years. I believe, apart from technical skills, yes, anyone who is joining the team should understand the technicalities of that role. But more than that, I believe I like to work with nice people. So niceness seems like a very important quality if you're hiring, because when you are saying that these 4 folks are going to be my founding team members or my co-founders, you will interact with them 24/7, 14 hours a day. And if they're not nice with you, it will be hard to work with. So that's all.
So we have a good idea. Yeah, please.
Sure. For me, finding talent is giving salaries now.
It's not like that. For me, it was completely different because I have good money to pay them. And even when you go for an interview, the exact everything, they have good talent in resume. Even while sharing the experience, practical everything is good. But while working with startups, no, they always looking for money and they don't want to spend a lot of time on ground, because then when it comes to sales, only thing I look at is bottom line of the sales, how much they do. They actually taking advantage of the startup. They don't work hard.
Yeah, that's the challenge.
Yeah.
But don't you think anyone can comment on this? Don't you think passion also plays a role in getting a team member?
Definitely.
So can anyone give us some idea of how you brought passion into some of your teammates?
I got one employee like that. So he's an engineering guy, but he just treated positive. But he has a good passion in sales. He used to do FMCG marketing type of business, but I bought him into equipment business. He did pretty well. After 3 years, he joined a very MNC company. One of the MNC company, digital manager is my friend. He asked me to take that guy. I said, okay, anyway, he's going to build a good career in that domain. So people are there to work with passion. That is ultimately important. So, but figuring out who is passionate about what is a tough task.
Okay, one probably a little tough question. When you got your first round of fund as a bootstrap, whoever gave you money, can you quickly tell us how did you end up allocating that to various priorities?
So I raised my first round from ISB because I'm an adult, so they were happy to give me some money. I've not deployed that money in market yet because when we launched, immediately we became profitable. And this is my fourth of operating, and we have a team of 7, and we're able to manage everything just via revenue. But yeah, I'm here. I approached Mr. recently saying I need more money because this money is not enough.
So what I want to know is that you had X amount. How did you allocate in the first early stage, GTM stage? In which area did you put fund? Like he possibly said that I have very good salaries. The chunk of that money was in salaries. Right? Probably somebody else put the money in validity or whatever. So what any of you could give us some idea of the top 3 areas where you put the money?
It completely depends on every single startup. Like you cannot like.
Do you agree with this statement?
Yeah,
Is startup dependent or is it
Most
no,
It depends on the service or the product that we are offering.
But most money should go on the product. In my
where
case,
did you put the money?
It was mostly on building website and building the social media management because I offer a service which is into fashion consultation. So that was pretty new to the market when we introduced, especially to the Indian and the Hyderabad market. It is still very niche. The market is still growing, but our major funds were into growing the awareness into market as to what we do and how we do and what is the value add that we bring in.
Okay,
In a nutshell, I would say one thing. See, ideally, every funding should go with respect to ROI. In a nutshell, it is a single line I would like to say this. ROI based, deployment we should do whatever we have.
Yeah, easy said than done, but yeah. Okay. Any insight or any story about the first customer setback and what you learned? New.
Customers not entertain the POC or MVP products. They want full-fledged product and they want trust because we have our office. What is your team size? What is your funding? How many? Once you are giving service to the customer, they ask multiple questions.
Yeah, but that could have been addressed during your validation process itself or a test marketing where you know that your MVP is not what actually the customer wants. But I am talking about after you have gone into the market, you got your first banging from the customer. We all had. So what was your first? Or you are lucky enough that you are one of the very few where all customers were happy.
ऐसा तो कभी होता नहीं, but definitely we have lot of setbacks.
One customer. Anyone?
Especially in the dental segment where we offer home services, people were like skeptical initially. How can you bring that whole setup at home and all? So it all depends on educating
Give me one
patient.
customer example who said that what you did.
It was my own relative. So I explained her and it was all based on educating and educating awareness and asking them to give us a chance to project and all. And
Yeah, you're lucky because it was your relative. Generally what happens, such things don't reach you. So one of the challenges and one of the things that all of you are pretty conscious about is look at those early stage customers and what disappointments are there or they have in your product. That will be the early learning stage, it will help you correct it. Yeah, thanks a lot. I think this was a short session. But thanks a lot for the contribution and thanks for coming.
Ravi Teja, you will take the fun part now. And all the startups who have not yet come or not yet spoken, or even those who have spoken, you can introduce yourself and maybe you can also add a line or a filmy dialogue or something to tell your situation, whatever it is like, what you wish like.
Hi everyone.
Those who have not introduced.
My name is Ravi Teja Gupta ji, well known as Gupta ji because of my investment company called Gupta ji Invest and Gupta ji VC. Any of your startups is not doing well, I am the guy to go for. We are into acquisitions and rebuilding the companies. So in the last 10-15 years, because I was passionate about innovation, technology, startups, wealth creation and all, I was for first 5 years I worked for various startups for learning. Intern, bottom management, middle management, top management, step by step climb the career ladder in various companies. I joined the number 3, number 4 company in the vertical and took them number 1. Then I was a startup founder, co-founder to another startup, startup enabler, seed investor, angel investor, then built angel network. So now we are doing family office and rebuilding companies. So our organization name is GREAT, Global Rebuild Accelerator Technology. We are a rebuild accelerator. So there are 3 models: build, co-build, rebuild. Build means someone is building a company. Co-build means 2 organizations coming together to co-build. Maybe if yours is healthcare startup along with TEZ, what's told, you can co-build together. And rebuild means any good company at one point of time due to some wrong strategies it fell down. We acquire them completely or we invest in them at low valuations and then we scale them up. Recently we invested in a company at 63% discount on valuation. And now we are scaling it up. We invested at 20 crores valuation, and I will be taking that company to 100 crore valuation in 6 months to 1 year. So company becomes 5x. That is what we can do very easily because it requires a separate skill to take from 0 to 1, 1 to 10, and 10 to 20. Maybe for 0 to 1, 1 to 10 test kind of organizations too. 1 to 50 is a different skill. That is what we do. Yeah. Thank you very much.
You can call people to
Yes.
come in.
So
You can
everyone,
also say from your side something. Anything funny you want to
Your
say?
funny line, your song, or
I don't know much man about those.
So maybe I'll add to his thing and say if he's giving me a fund to take my company, so my funny line would be तुम मिले दिल खिले और जीने को क्या चाहिए, right? So something like that we want you guys to come and tell. And there's one of our startup who has sent a message because she actually had to get away from the startup world. She's really struggled and then she came back. So I would just like to read what she has sent. She could not come today. So yeah, meantime if there is someone who wants to come, Bhaskar, please come. Are you there?
So other people who did not introduce yet, you can come onto this side and then you can introduce with camera. Everything will be recorded.
So I just want to, yeah, please.
You all can stand on that
You
side.
can, yeah, 1 minute.
So introduce about yourself in 1 minute and then with a funny dialogue or a song or
To
anything.
add a dialogue to your situation, startup situation, you can. Yeah, go ahead.
Namaste, very good. Hi. First of all, I want to thank Nandini ma'am for giving this opportunity. So my name is Subhash. My profession completely different. I'm not in the land. I stay in the ocean. I'm a scuba diver by profession. Since 18 years I'm in scuba diving and I also am an entrepreneur. I have a scuba diving company which is started in 2019 in Visakhapatnam, something called Platypus Escapes. Also we have an NGO foundation called Platypus Foundation. So generally what we do is, we are taking people into scuba diving and multiple activities and there are a lot of corporates and a lot of people who's stressed out of all this work life and all. So it's a wonderful activity what we are doing. Apart from scuba diving, that what we have is guide fishing activity, SUPs, this kayaking, all whatever we are doing is doing with water-related, ocean-related activity. This is completely fun activity, and it's nice to be here. And if anybody wanted to be, of course we are trying to expand in a larger scale. And this is like upcoming people now. More people are showing interested to come, and it's really a good opportunity, and really going well this industry. And only the challenge what we are facing this is the weather challenge. Okay, this is the only fact what we are facing. All depends on the weather. That is the only things in this industry we do. So it's a very nice investment. If anybody willing to come forward with this, it is a wonderful activity. And that's all. Yeah. And thank you for giving me this opportunity once again.
Thank you. You didn't say any line.
Oh. My line is like what always I say is not funny line. Ocean is always my second home. I love to belong to ocean. More than being the land, I love to be in the ocean.
You want to add that line? Something of yours quickly, because you want to add some fun fact also. Sir, 1 second. He wants to. Then we'll go to you.
Yeah. Now, being an ex-founder now as a job worker and maybe future founder. Right, so my line would be for a line of a song. मैं जिंदगी का साथ निभाता चला गया, हर फिक्र को धुएं में उड़ाता चला गया. Thank you.
To add to his line, because this is similar, Chitra Manu first cohort 1, she struggled a lot. Okay, so she sent me 2 songs to describe her situation, and one of them is. ये सफर बहुत है कठिन मगर ना उदास हो मेरे हम सफर. This is a song, famous one. And then she had to leave it and then get into a job. So she wrote another song. तेरी दुनिया से होके मजबूर चला बहुत दूर चला.
That was nice. So, thank you so much. My name is Nizamuddin Sadiq, and I run a small startup here. Quantum ITS Private Limited, and I have developed a product. Basically, I am connecting students with employers exclusively for part-time jobs. So there are around 2,200 job sites available, but this is one platform where students can get engaged. They can actually work, because students going to other countries from India or wherever, the first thing they do is they start hunting for jobs. So why not in India? Why they should go out and work? So there is a lot of people coming, students coming from villages, cities to Hyderabad or any major city for studying and building their careers. So I give them a platform where they can search for part-time jobs whenever they are free. So that's my platform. It's basically at a very starting stage and build the beta version of the product. I'm just looking out for people like Uttaji to help me. Thank you.
Thank you. Anything funny you want to add?
Hi, hello, good evening everybody. Such a nice evening to be here and being around with all the like-minded people who are trying to build the entrepreneurship ecosystem in Hyderabad. Hi, my name is Satya, and I am presently working on building a solution to a major problem. Our platform is called Superman. So I'll just explain what our platform does. It irons, folds and delivers your clothes in 100 minutes. Yes, ma'am. So wow shows proves our point. So basically the problem statement is like what if the clothes could be picked up, ironed and delivered back to you your next meeting, less than 100 minutes. So presently the problem is that there are long waiting lines for clothes to be ironed. Everybody in their home has their washing machine, but ironing clothes is a big problem. So what we do, we give it to an ironing guy who might be down the street or somewhere. What happens? There is a long waiting line or unexpected. I mean, we don't know when he'll deliver. Second is unreliability. Third is like there is no tracking and there is no app for it, and there is no consistency how he does it. So what we do is that we pick your clothes up, we iron and fold your clothes, and we deliver it. How we iron the clothes is with our partners, dedicated partners who are doing our ironing, and we just deliver it, but we guarantee it in 100 minutes. So it's like we are targeting the people who are newlyweds, or people who are professionally working, and people like in this busy lifestyle, nobody has the time to iron their clothes. So what we do is that we iron your clothes at reliability, and we will deliver it to you at a guaranteed 100 minutes. That is our promise, with the same quality all the time. Yeah, basically that's it, and we are of course looking for partnerships, for any feedbacks, any other way we can collaborate and work together. And of course, Gupta ji is our one of our co-founder, and yeah, and I was fortunate enough to find Gupta sir, and he is also a great mentor and great guy who inspires us like for working every day. And I was able to meet him because of you, ma'am. Thank you so much for your.
He's investor. He will take track of you.
Yeah, definitely, ma'am. 100%. Of course, I was able to meet Gupta sir and Srija ma'am from your group. And initially, though I approached you with another idea, but your platform gave me an idea to think like an entrepreneur, like idea validation, or how to capital, like how to pitch, like identify the problem. Thank you so much for giving such a platform to me.
So
Thanks a
all
lot.
your clothes ironing needs can be now done in
100 minutes. 100 minutes.
Yes.
Yeah. Thank you so much. Thanks a lot. And I'm sorry I don't have any line or a funny thing. Yeah, but plus if you can share it on my behalf.
Anything on kapda, vapda, something.
Does anyone have anything for this? This is actually a real problem. I myself struggle with this.
Okay.
I take my mom's and parents' clothes every day. Like,
Mom's clothes also?
Yeah. Sari.
Acha, for ironing yourself.
Ironing.
I thought for wearing it. Okay. Yeah, let's go ahead.
My name is Gunashekhar. I'm the founder of a tech-based startup called TechLight, and we provide extended reality services to different industries. And what is extended reality and what kind of industries we are going to target? What is extended reality? Extended reality is a combination of virtual reality, which you guys already know, the headset which you guys wear, and augmented reality and mixed reality. So in manufacturing, this is very useful for training the employees. Any industry which has taking the trainees in and train them, this could be help them save a lot of time. So with the help of extended reality, we can replicate scenarios which they cannot replicate in real life. For example, dangerous situations like fires that cannot be replicated in real life. So with the help of a VR headset, that could be
test community presentation ready
and they would know when they face the real situation. I hope you guys understand what I'm saying. Yeah. So that's the service which we are offering, and I myself am a developer and have made many such apps. And there are lots of. This is just one use case out of hundreds of use cases. And that is what we do. And we are looking for a co-founder and hopefully an investor as well. So yeah,
Thank you. Mr. Praveen is a mentor as well as a service provider for a lot of startups who need specific things he will tell you.
Hi everyone, hope I am audible. I have been into this startup ecosystem from last 8 years, and I have been helping nearly about 500 plus startups in preparing pitch decks and pitching those their pitch to investors along with the valuation workings for them. So I'm part of TEZ from last 5 years. I've been helping a lot of startups. I don't know how many startups are there where I have done the pitch there. I think I know Vamshi. I know Ravigar. So I have done a lot of pitch decks for them. So I do mentoring in segment of marketing and sales also for startups, because predominantly I am from sales and marketing background. So if at all any startups need any kind of support or help in taking their product to the market and doing marketing and sales, you are free to approach me. I think Nandita has my contact. If you want, you can contact. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Praveen. Thank you. Yeah.
Hi everyone, I am Avesh. I'm a repeat entrepreneur. I help Indian blue-collar workers, nurses, plumbers, electricians to get jobs in non-English speaking nations like Germany, Japan and Italy. Do you know what is the median age of Japan or Germany? Any guesses?
50?
50, right? And the median age of India?
28.
Yeah, 27.4. Yeah, so 28. We have abundance of human resources. They don't have jobs. There are countries like Japan and Germany, but they need workers. It's a demand problem. They need more and more healthcare workers. Last year, I started this because I read a report which said 40,000 people died in Japan alone at their homes, and their bodies were collected after a month because no one noticed. This problem exists in Germany. We talk to hospitals and they say we have 100 beds but only 30 are occupied because we do not have staff for the remaining 70 beds. And we have human power. Yes, I'll tell you how I make money, but we have human power, and that's what we do. We deploy those human resources in these countries, and that's how we make money. We generate employment. Currently we are doing Germany and nurses. We are soon starting off with Japan.
So you train them in language also?
We do end-to-end because my last startup was into language. This time we do sourcing, recruitment, placing them and giving them the recognition. We also help them with PR, we help them with accommodation in these countries as well. So we have partners like University Living who are major, like the biggest company in India in terms of helping students or job aspirants get accommodations abroad. So that's what I do. If anyone has any questions. Okay, so I'm doing around. I've currently raised 65 lakh on convertible note. I need 60 more lakhs. So looking forward to raise money from whoever wants to,
Thank you. Anything funny you want to say?
My life is funny because I'm not, I don't know what to say.
Thank you so much. Hi, my name is Kenisha Sabnani. I'm a fashion consultant by profession. I hail from Mumbai, and when I thought of starting my own business, I happened to meet Nandita ma'am. And congratulations ma'am for your 10th anniversary, and thank you for having me here. And it was ma'am and Rao sir who actually guided me as to what is my capacity and how beyond can I go at that point in stage. And it really helped me a lot understanding my strengths, my weaknesses, and also how do I actually pitch my service to the market. It is still a very niche service. It is called personal styling and shopping, but slowly the market is growing, and we are getting huge response, and also having the first mover advantage into this. So I'm very happy to announce on this occasion that we are setting up a styling studio. That is the first styling studio in Hyderabad, and very few that way in India. So it is going to be coming very soon, in around 10 to 15 days, and I'll invite all of you. So please do come. It is at Banjara Hills Road number 11. Yeah, it's opposite to Minerva.
So the next alumni meet when we have, we'll all see you different after going there.
Sure, absolutely. And also we can't call ourselves startup without the technology, right? So it's now that I have gained the confidence to set up an MVP for doing a personal styling, which will be a virtual wardrobe app, but it is not for B2C, it is for B2B. So the pains that I face as a stylist serving my clients, I want to have that solution given to other stylists and have more avenue for them. So that's how it will be. Thank you so much.
Great. Thank you. Yeah. So now we take it to the next level very quickly. We just want to give a very quick one on what are the benefits that you will get from the TEZ community once you're already part of this. So what do we look forward in this kind of a community?
Very excited to launch this community today as we celebrate 10 years of TEZolutions. So it's more of a founder's performance engine which is designed to help you start, scale, sustain and succeed. Next slide. So why are we making this community? Why does it exist? So as founders, we all know that the journey is very overwhelming and lonely, right? So access to the right people, right resources and timely advice is what all founders need. And that is what we are here to deliver. So on these two pillars we have built the community, which is support. We help you out through your entire entrepreneurial journey, and then the next one is to execute your plans. Most startup groups that you might be on in currently, there might be hundreds of startup groups that you are in. But we are here to execute all those challenges that you face or the solutions that you require. So this is where we believe in execution coming before the networking. Most of the groups that you see are for networking, but we want to put execution first. Next slide. So the benefits for the members: support system, a trusted network to help you start scaling up, making meaningful connections as everyone here has with Nandita ma'am, and getting you market access and investor connects, which is Sandeep sir's forte. Sandeep sir, everybody, I would like to push everybody to Sandeep sir if they are looking for investments. Next one is exclusive community privileges, which is you avail a 20% off on all the TEZ cohort programs designed to help you scale up your business, including the one-to-one consultancy that we are doing right now. Next one is insider updates, where you get first-hand access to info on events, grants and investments happening in the ecosystem. Next is tools and platforms, a free subscription of the PAIL, Manage MyStartup platform. We'll come to this after I end my talk. And a complete suite to run your startup, plus subsidized services on the platform to save costs. Next one is advisory support. Every startup will get a free 1-hour advisory session to discuss challenges and get actionable outcomes, which is why I said we are believing in execution coming before networking. Next one is growth facilitation, access to incubation, acceleration programs and grant opportunities. How it works. So every member first joins the WhatsApp community, and we'll segment it based on the sectors of startups that we have. Let's say we have one for healthcare, then one for prop tech, and similar to others. Next one is we want all of you to fill out the founder intent form. This will hold 3 key aspects. One is what do you want from the community? What are you looking for? The ask that we just asked you all founders to say here. So I want all of you to give out one ask in this intent form which you wish to complete within 1 month of joining the community. The next is what can you give to the community? What can you give to the other founders? What can you give to people who are just starting up, who are wanting to try to reach to the level where you are right now? So these 2 things are key in the founder intent form. Next is we have weekly engagement, we'll have polls, tips and tear down clips of whatever existing startups are doing, any key ideas or innovations that are coming in. Last one is founders labs and missions. So we don't want to host knowledge events. What we want to do is we want the founders to connect with each other and solve their problems internally between peers, and wherever tests, founders, mentors is needed will come in. Yeah. So we can, all of you can join the community. I believe most of you are in the community. The rest who are not can scan and join the WhatsApp community. After this, I'll send you the intent form to fill up.
I just want to add one point. We have a live example here of 3 people. We were all from different places. One is Prasanna, you just heard her. One is Colonel Rao he's heading the SRAX thing. And the third was TEZolutions. She had come to us very long back, finished her cohort and gone. And then suddenly there was a grant opportunity at SRAX. So she had a very innovative product coming up. So we immediately connected through TEZolutions and SRAX, and she got the grant. Prasanna,
I sincerely want to thank
No, that's okay. No need to thank.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
It was the right opportunity at the right time.
Right time. So this is how the network works. I just wanted to give you an example of somebody who had finished the cohort long back, but then comes back, and then we connect to a grant, and so the community. So one last thing before for the community is a massive, great platform that is coming up, first of its kind in India, which is there are many small platforms giving you a lot of small things, right? So you have to go to several places, like you come for cohort somewhere, you go for services somewhere, you go for consultancy somewhere. So right now there is a fantastic platform which is being built under the name of Enterprise Innovation Forum. Lab, sorry. PEI.
ManageMyStartup.com.
You can get a lot of services,
One word.
consultancy,
ManageMyStartup.
funds, investors, corporates who might need your services. Your market you can access from there, and there will be a lot of benefits for you to be on the platform. So the test community will be, you can subscribe to this platform, it is a free listing for you because you're part of this community. And as you go forward, and any service you take, small service, there is a kind of a built-in system of payment. But again, because you're coming from the test community, we are collaborated with a platform which MSR, who headed the rehab earlier, is also part of it, and he will be the major face of it. He is the chairman of this whole thing. So I would want every startup to be on this platform, because you will get enormous services, connects, grants, funds, everything in one platform.
I'll hand over the mic to Mr. Ballabh Sahu to introduce us to the platform and Bharat Enterprise Innovation Lab.
Thank you, Nandita. Myself is Ballabh Sahu. Around 25 years of work experience. I studied in IIT the University of California School of Management, and I own nearly 185 trademarks. 185 trademarks, and we spend around more than 100 crores in terms of cash for building this platform, and maybe 100 million US dollar more than that for contribution, people who are involved all over the world. And I'm the co-founder, and Subrasmita, who she's from MIT, Massachusetts Institute of Technology, Sloan School, and she's the co-founder. And we, like for last 3 years, I was interacting with MSR and requested him to join as the founding chairman for this institution. And Mr. Prasanna, who is a well-known name in innovation, he is also joined as the president for our Manage My Startup. And Mr. Mrutyunjay Suar, who is also one of the, you must have heard about KIT 2006, no innovation ecosystem was there in this country. He is one of the person who started. So that is what the team consists of, and this management system go up, go to home page. So what we have done, you will find around 4,000 applications. This is a disruptive innovation. Somebody was talking about connecting to students. See what we have done, the entire ecosystem you brought it out. You don't need to have a event management. You don't need to have a ERP for finance. You don't need to have a CRM. Will give everything free to all the startups. Everything free in this country. That is what we named as a Bharat Enterprise Innovation Lab. Guptaji will be surprising for you. This is a real disruptive innovation, and you will see how well structured. Please go to BIL, Bharat Summit will show it to you. You will be all surprised here. So I met Nandita ji. Like throughout my life, I met so many people. So I find she is very interesting, doing something good for last 10 years. And we haven't done launched the platform yet. This is soft launch. Then we selected few people, maybe Major Saab just now he left, who's MyStartup TV. And 4-5 partners we selected initially from Hyderabad. 4-5 partners. One of company is the TEZolutions, and this is, you can see the so-called, what you call the real lab. This is a workspace. You need anything. You need CRM, will get. You need any, what you can say, HR applications, you will get. You need anything and everything. And you need money also, will get, where we have created a $100 million US funding through Bharat Angels Network. 100 million to start with. And that's also what, thanks to Nandita ji for this, like I thought I'll just speak about go to basically innovation ecosystem. So in innovation ecosystem, scroll down, the entire innovation we brought across. How you can create also your innovation, one exactly your learning path, your innovation path and enterprise path. Most of the people, they are confused how to follow a path. So anything and everything, it's going to guide you systematically, what we call as a guided intelligence. It is like how your body is functioning, how your kidney is functioning. You don't know, you are looking at me, your heart is beating, correct? You are seeing me. So this is completely as a guided intelligence. Go to Innovation Lab, we have around 27 labs. 27 labs, scroll down. You can see anything we left, all labs are there. Any lab you click, you want CSR, membership, market, startup, funding, you click. Anywhere, you can get support. You can build your startup. Not only startup, we are not talking startup. Please, startup is a scolding, don't use startup. My personal humble request, you are all entrepreneurs, enterprise. Infosys was a small startup. Reliance was a small startup. Don't use that word startup. You are all entrepreneurs and enterprise. So anywhere you want to join IP, you want to well-being, you want to create a product, anywhere you click, you can click, anywhere else they can see. Networking, job, click job. Enter the hub. Yes. What else you want to know? All the opportunities, student internship, research, startup jobs, volunteering work. This is exactly an ERP. People there, like no, is built for last 7.5 years. We have done R&D in IIT Madras and Stanford University, US. It took so many years, and you know India. I don't want to talk. You like we structured. We have studied US, Germany, France, Italy. She was talking. Somebody, India is a transaction economy. Every application, there is no innovation in this country. You see anything, nothing innovation, no startups. All transaction economy, you are not going to exist. You have to go for transformation. Building an app, selling this food item, FMCG, is not going to have your survival. Chinese people will enter. What is innovation? No innovation. So what we have done study, individual entrepreneurship, corporate entrepreneurship, as well as so-called country or economy entrepreneurship. And individual level, what you are going to do, go to home, anyhow you can see. You want a mentor, you will get a much better mentor in a much better way. Better, faster, cheaper, larger, whatever maybe way you want to find out, we can find out. That is what we wrote a letter, and DPIT is partnering with us, Startup India is partnering with us, Mighty is partnering with us. So they told Ballabh Sahuji, you will be killing hundreds of companies, lots of companies who are providing applications in a disintegrated way, confusing to all the startups. So what this platform provides is a completely integrated one-stop solution. As a workspace, you go here to the utility. Here is the utility. See, he does not know what is the utility button. How many years he is using the computer? This is the utility one. This one. Click My Library. So whatever you want to have, tools, templates, communities, whatever you have, it will be your own library. And in India we have an identity crisis. You create your profile in Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube, XY, everybody is having identity crisis in this country. And this is going to create your identity as a service. And this platform is for service as a public good. We have done lots of study. How the, like 20, now you look at, we have 4.21 or 5 trillion economy. Can you imagine when it will be 30 trillion economy? How big is that economy? Money, power. So we need structured processes. So that's what anything you want, it will be there in your fingertips. So just go to home, I'll show you. Also we have what you have done, we have created also like what she was telling. Click here the enterprise path. So you want to follow a path, enterprise path. How the path can be followed? Number one, your readiness scan. Whether you are ready to be an entrepreneur. What you call dare and dream. So it is going to scan you very nicely, support your mindset, knowledge readiness, skill, resource, all the areas. Go to home again and we will show them one small example. Scroll down. Build and launch or anything, dare and dream. See, dare and dream will find whether you are a fitment assessment. So this is again assessment platform. So hundreds of assessment it will give you. Your WhatsApp, your insight. Click anywhere, innovation part, click your insight and dashboard. So scroll down. So this is your innovation intelligence hub. So it will show you how much of what you have done.
So this is all AI driven, right?
Everything AI driven, and we got fast customer as Citibank with $10 million US. We are doing their hackathon only one area for blockchain. So how it's going to help? See, now you'll get a proper guidance. So anything you want to do, like you want to create, it is going to help you out as a platform. Like hundreds of all over, T-Hub, I-Hub, O-Hub, somebody is building small applications for HR, for finance, for XYZ. There are some apps, they are not going to survive. That's what we want to tell. Don't do that. Is the future is platform. Our competitor is three companies, Microsoft, Salesforce and SAP in this world. And we are entering into small MSME enterprise area, then we will enter into larger area as a innovation as a service, AI as a service, intelligence as a service. There's a big team is there. And we hired only IITians, IIIT people from Stanford with high salary, paying 1.2 crores. That's up to very unique IITians we have hired. So it's a great support is going to give, and you want this community, click the community, that's what Nandita ji was telling. We'll create this community where it is going to help you, whatever the students, founders, researchers, that is what we are giving a platform for the testing to TEZolutions, and they requested me, why did you come, and as a partner, And another partner is also MyStartup TV. He is going
can
to.
also take a minute.
I requested, like any branding and communication, you need not to go to hundred of companies. Our branding is very important. So Startup TV also we have integrated. They are going to help you out. The team is also there. Branding is very important, and definitely to get like people I have seen what they do, they address hi, hello, and nobody is going to fund you if you say hi to an investor. I'm telling you, it's a very, very, very bad mindset. You should have good communication intelligence. Most of the Indians that are hi, hello, that's very bad communication. People will say yes, thank you. A very bad body language. Okay, thank you so much. For more information, you can contact Nandita ji and team. They are going to help you.
So we'll have about Startup TV, branding can be done, and then we have one or two mentors. We would like you to just give a word. Manish sir, Professor Rajaram, any other BS Rao is from where is he gone? Okay, and then we network after that. We have an idea.
Hi, Jai Hind. I'm Major Sunil Shetty. I'm founder of MyStartup Media House. We are a full stack media platform where we have a web television that broadcasts 24/7. We are also in advanced talks with Reliance to be on their OTT. We also have a monthly digital magazine. Apart from that, we also have we launched an OTT a couple of years ago, and we've been working with it, but now we are rebranding and relaunching it as startup stories of entrepreneurs, journeys of entrepreneurs. And then we also have a news portal dedicated for the startup ecosystem, and then podcast. Now, why are we doing all this? Basically, if you see media, it is print, radio, and television. So, with my experience of journalism, after leaving army, I was a journalist for about 12 years in Afghanistan for wire service. So, using my experience of journalism and entrepreneurship, what I realized was there was a missing link for the entrepreneurs, which was a platform dedicated for them, for covering their activities. And that is when I say it's a whole ecosystem. Today, if you think about it, the only way you guys try to get your message out is through a PR agency, right? And the PR agency takes certain money and gives it to multiple news agents, news outlets, and it may get published, it may not get published. Even if it gets published, it's one column somewhere tucked inside, okay? And one column story does not do anything. And guess what? 24 hours after that, it is lost. Now, I'll close by saying what we do, and I'll just take 1 minute for that. What we do is we engage with the whole startup ecosystem. We are 6 years old. We have done more than 200 plus startup events across India, like right from Startup Mahakumbh in Delhi to ISRO launch, the Chandrayaan 3, where we collaborated with ISRO to live broadcast that onto our channel. What we do is pre-event, because think of IPL. Though IPL everybody knows what they would do. Before the event, they start talking about it. Why is that important? Because pre-event, at least 10 days before your main event coming up, even for startups, before launching something, you want people to know about it. And then the event itself, like this event happening right now, right? And then what happens? Typically in a regular scenario, after the event is done, everybody's forgotten about it. But what we do is we keep that message alive for next 15 days. So it gets rebroadcasted. What we follow in TV is something called sliding scale, right? So this event, once it is getting recorded here, gets broadcasted. It is there on a sliding scale at different timelines for 15 days. Thereby, the net is wide. So people get to see them. Today, if it's broadcast at 7, tomorrow at 8, then 9, it continues. And then once it is done, it gets broadcast. It gets published as a monthly magazine, digital magazine. It gets into the podcast. Some of the good talks, important ones, gets picked up and gets into the podcast. What are we doing through all this? We're basically creating a digital footprint for the startup ecosystem, which is wide, which is dense, and which is thick. Basically, that's how algorithm will pick your, information. That's how it will pick your, startup wherever it is, whatever you're doing. Whether it is your innovation, whether it is the product launch, or it's an event. So that's what we do at MyStartup Media House. Thank you.
Thank you. He's been at TIDE at the University of Hyderabad, which is an incubator for information and electronics and information technology.
Hello, I'm Rajaram. I was a part of the faculty in the University of Hyderabad when this was started. I was in charge of TIDE program. So the faculty is pretty good at technical stuff when somebody wants to develop
It's a little
something.
louder, sir.
Faculty is pretty good at advising on technical stuff when they develop prototypes. But when it comes to the business modeling, they are quite terrible. I just want to tell you a story. This was a long time back when GPS system was just coming into the market and becoming available. One of our students had actually a plan to put these GPS devices on our buses so that people waiting at the bus stops will know where the bus is and whether they should really wait or not. Actually, it was very innovative at that time, and they really demonstrated it in the university buses. And I did meet him, and after some time, when I asked him what happened. I asked him to come to me, and he said some instructions. He said, his parents told him, you better come to your senses. So they just put a stop to this because people were really scared of entrepreneurship. The whole ecosystem was that students aspired for a job. They wanted stability, they wanted salaries, and so on. And if they don't have this, maybe they won't get married either. So they will have serious problem with parents. So then we, as part of TIDE, we actually got management who came and gave a bunch of talks about the process. And it turns out that once you're familiar, more and more familiarity with the process makes people less afraid. And maybe when you go to colleges, you should have a workshop for parents.
Yes, more than that, yes.
And tell them that it's okay, it's actually worth trying. Okay, so this is for
Thank you so much. Sir, Tamil Rao. So he is in the midst of the ecosystem, so we can tell you straight from there.
Firstly, Nanjita, congratulations, 10 years. So I was part of this some years back, and a long journey since then. I mean, what is now is entirely different. I remember how much we used to travel, Chennai, Vijayawada and all. और एक बार ये पोद्दार साहब भी साथ थे, तो बोला रास्ते में विस्की खरीदते हैं, तो वो मिली नहीं, क्यों नहीं, क्या होता है, इलेक्शन आना था क्या?
26 जनवरी।
हाँ, अपने देश का ये भी है, 15 अगस्त है तो दारू की दुकान बंद है, कोई बात नहीं, एंटरप्रेन्योरशिप कहाँ से सर्वाइव करेगा यहाँ पे? But still, I think we managed something. So, because दुकान बंद करते तो ब्लैक में बिकता है ना, तो मिल तो जाता ही है. So yeah, that was just one episode where, and it's been long since then. I am not part of this. I'm heading an incubator right now. It is a smaller version of a T-Hub. People who see our incubator, there are plenty here who have seen, who say, what are you doing in Warangal? You should have been in Hyderabad. But that was the thing, that you have to be in a tier 2 city because they also require us. So we have managed to fund more than 75 startups. They have themselves raised almost 75 plus CR from angel investors. They have created 750 jobs. So this has been a good journey, and it has started with being part of this. So anytime anybody wants to reach out to me through Nandita or Grace, I have met a lot of the cohort members through her and funded a few of them also. And though I'm not, just one piece of advice, since these times and subsequently seen so many startups, be open to listen. That reluctance to listen puts off mentors. The mentor doesn't want to talk anymore after that. When he realizes that the shutters are down, that there is no further point in even having a relationship over there. Just be open-minded, listen to your mentors, and ask any successful startup, they'll agree that they listen to their mentors until that weekend time or everything sometime. We are no longer officially together in this, but then going back to that big Sholay ka song, Ye Dosti Hum Nahi Chhodenge, we are always back together. Thank you so much.
last but not the least, I think we have Mr. Ravitan. And he was there, especially if you remember, for your design thinking in the first few cohorts. We used to make a lot of products right in the classroom with all the paper and all the elements that we had. All the junk we would bring there and we would create something out of it after listening to his classes.
Good evening, friends. I never expected Madam will ask me to speak something here. You know, I'm a last bencher, always, in the school or college. Today also I wanted to sit in the last bench, but somehow I got put here. I just want to tell you a small story. I'm a product of NIT. So when I went there, first time, those days there were only trains. I saw a big board there. Naukri chodo, dhanda karo. I didn't understand. Now I am able to connect. So, nice tag for this. Naukri chodo, dhanda karo. So I think now there are a lot of opportunities for young entrepreneurs. India is a public place, happy place. We should all take advantage of this ecosystem and latch onto it and pursue your passion. I am very fond of creativity and innovation, how you can say. And people also call me crazy in the business, as I have said. I am always asked the first one to start the sections with design thinking or creativity. So, thanks.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. We are almost approaching the end of today's day, and with that, I would like to invite the entire TEZolutions team to the stage here. Sandeep sir, Naren sir, Millie is here? Okay. Nasima Kenda. Yeah. We would all like to thank and celebrate this wonderful day by giving a gift to Nandita ma'am.
Oh wow. This was surprising. I also didn't know this. This is a real surprise for me as well. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you all. And thank you all for being here. Yeah. Thanks. Thank you so much. And we have a cake cutting outside and other things. So yeah, my
Giving out the gift, ma'am, does not mean your part is done. I would still like to call you for the vote of thanks.
Okay, so on behalf of my entire team, let me tell you, this was a very overwhelming day because we are all connected after a very long time, and now we promise to remain connected. Mentors, startups, even if you are not a startup, that's okay, you are part of our community. All of you, we promise to remain connected. I know it's not going to be easy to be connected every time, but at least once in 3 months or so, if we have a small meet, whoever is free, however we could come together. And then if you have some issue you want to be solved, we are there. At least that 1 hour, we can give you in a month or so. So you come and tell us, this is a challenge, can you connect me to somebody? Can you put me on to somebody? Can you give me a market access? Or do you have some network somewhere? If we have, and we can do, we'll be most happy to help you all. So that is the first thing I will tell you. And yeah, thanks a lot. So on behalf of the team, let me thank all the, first and foremost, all the startups, all of you who were part of our cohorts, who went through them and have reached different levels in your life. Some have continued, some have changed tracks. That is okay. You are all part of the community. Thank you all for coming, taking time out, coming and becoming part of this community. My thanks also go out to all the mentors who took time to come here and give their, they have been giving gyan all through, and still they have come here and to share that last bit with you, that they are also with you to be part of the community. So thank you all the mentors. I'm not taking individual names, but all the mentors who are here, thank you so much. Then my thanks to my entire team who has helped me put this together. So thank you all for making this a grand success in terms of, at least we are starting off with the community. I can only see it grow further and further. This is just the beginning of the whole episode. So we will create a bigger community through the platform, through our partners. We will make it grow further, and our intention is, and has always been, that whatever service we can give you at the best possible for you to take it forward. We will try to make it possible for you to come and tell us that this is what we want or help we want, and we take it forward, okay, in whichever format. Yeah, and one more thing, many of you may be in a stage where you want to, are looking for funding, as I heard. So we are having this is the last one which I wanted to say, 8 weeks offline program with investors in the program, with people who have taken people to funding and been successful, who are going to come and teach you, train you. Internationally also some global experts are going to come. So this is one thing that you can make note of, which is going to happen in the next, in October.
Just to add a couple of things, that this whole program is going to be unique. It's not like the typical coaching programs for pitching, telling you how to pitch and how to talk to investors. This is going to be substantially driven by the platform which Mr. Vallam just explained to us. And it will have content which have been certified by top universities in, I think, Berkeley. So it is going to be transformational in terms of this coaching.
So any of you who are aggressively looking for funding should look at this.
You will also get certification from universities abroad if you meet certain grades.
Thank you, Nandita ji, Menon sir. The unique part is whoever is looking for funding, we have collaborated with Bharat and Angels Network, and this will be 8 weeks cohort program. Whatever the funding needs, on the 8th week we are going to fulfill that.
With the type of investors.
With the type of investors. It's not like everybody will be getting, is around 50 lakhs to 10 crores. It's based on the requirement of the startups. That is what we decided, and we will do that. Thank you so much.
Some of you were not part of cohort, but you came in because you felt there was a need for this. So thanks to you also for joining in and becoming part of the community as you look for our services going forward. With this, I think I would end thanking all of you once again. We look forward to taking this community to greater heights with more services, added services, with more funding available, with more branding available with our partners, and take it. If I've missed out anybody here, I know I've missed out Bhaskar, I've missed out you. So what we can do is now let's go and have tea together. And there, I think I will ask you to. We do all these pitches. We have done pitches in hill stations, hills, mountains. We have done pitches in nature. We did in Shillong, in the top of Hill Peak. We have done pitching for startups. So we do the pitching out there when we eat food. Yeah, please come. Join us for high tea. Thank you all very much.
To stay informed about the startup ecosystem, subscribe to MyStartup TV.